All right, so eagle arms to stretch the rhomboid muscles. The rhomboids are small muscles that run horizontally in between the spine and the shoulder blades. And they're kind of hard to get to stretch-wise. For most of us, they're tight, they're a little bit strained. They're the counter muscle to the pectorals and the chest. And so for a lot of us, those tend to be tight. And so the rhomboids tend to get aggravated. They are often pulling back to try to keep the heart open. So it can feel really good to stretch them. The easiest way to do that is you stack your elbows on top of each other. This is called eagle arms. So right now I've got the right elbow stacked on top of the left. And then from here, you want to press your forearms and your hands together. So sometimes in yoga, you'll see that the fronts of the hands come together, so fingertips to palm or palms together. That doesn't work for everybody and it's not necessary. So if that's too much or that's uncomfortable or just not going to happen, then feel free to just press the backs of the hands together. What's most important is that everything's squeezing in towards the midline. So the elbows are really locked. I'm squeezing my arms towards each other, my hands towards each other. And then you'll notice how my shoulders kind of come up and forward. I want to drop that shoulder down and then just gently invite both arms to come back so that the tops of the arms are coming back into the sockets. They're not being pulled out of the sockets forward. So already I'm getting a really good stretch. I could pull my elbows up in front of my throat and I'm getting a really great stretch here in the shoulders mostly. Now, if you wanted to bring this into the rhomboids in the upper back, you can start to lift and lower the elbows. So this kind of just threads that stretch up through those muscles. And then you can make it as big or as small as you like. You could keep it just lifting and lowering a couple inches. Or if it feels good to add a back bend, you could make it really big, big range of motion. Adding the throat opening and closing. Letting the whole spine get in on the action. And I'm standing right now, but this is typically done seated, either on the floor or even in a chair. So you go back and forth a couple of times, get that nice openness, finish with a strong, stable shape, and then unwind the arms, probably shake them out for a minute, just let that blood flow, maybe circle the wrists, open and close the hands a couple times. Just let all that flush through. And then you would just repeat the same thing on the other side, stacking the opposite elbow on top. And again, squeezing the arms together, getting that good starting position, drawing the arms back, shoulders down, and then lift and lower the elbows up and down, either just a little, or maybe a moderate amount, or maybe a lot. And then same thing like before, after you've done several rounds, up and down, coming back to that nice strong starting shape, releasing the arms and getting the blood flowing again.